Hey, welcome to this quick Google Sheets tutorial on the match function. So what I'm going to give you an example of today is how to use the match function for three different sets of data. First, what we're going to do is actually show how you use the match function. Now, what it allows us to do is actually identify the position of a skew or a set of letters in a series of numbers. So let's take P1003. When we use the match function, we can find where this is in the list that we have. So we go equals match brackets, and then we're going to go search key, which is our skew that we're looking at. Then we're going to look at our range, and then we're going to select our type. Now, our search type is the important part because we have a few options here: 0, 1, and -1, and each of them give a different outcome. So what we're looking for is an exact match in this case. So we press 0 and we press return, and that tells us that P1003 is at position 3 in this list. Now, another way of actually looking at data is actually looking at where you hit thresholds or where you surpass thresholds in your data. So the match function allows us to do this too. So say we change the formula around a bit and we go equals match and we go search key 7,500 and we select our range and we move our match search type from 0 to 1. What that does is actually it identifies where we've passed a threshold in a list, but we haven't actually met the next level of a threshold yet. So for, let's say, sales in this instance of 7,500, we've bypassed the first two levels that we were required to hit, but we didn't hit the third level, so we only stopped at position 2. Now, this assumes that your data is set up in ascending order. And if we want to look at data in descending order, we can actually use the minus function. So again, we can use the match equals match brackets. Let's take our search key here, and then we're going to select a range. And then instead of this time, we're going to go -1, and we're going to close the bracket. And what that tells us now is that actually we've passed the first three levels here. So we've got past 10% or 0.1. And before we hit the next level, it's 0.05. So we've got to position 3 at this point. And that's very simply how the match function works.